Good evening, pretty shiny peoples. I am bored at the moment, and so I am here having fun. If more people come, we may play a little participatory game, but if not, that's okay. We will do it tomorrow when more people are around, and that's okay too. Um, in the meantime, how is everyone doing? And I will start with some updates because I didn't want to do them before the last reading, so I didn't. Mom is doing good. She is walking around better now, and she doesn't have to use her cane as much. Um, but she's doing chemo pills and radiation. And after that stops, she'll have to be on hormone blockers for at least 5 years. But, you know, we didn't get any worst case news there, so that's good. Um, I will be doing book club tomorrow, but, next weekend I am gonna have to miss it. I'm so sorry. I wasn't planning on missing it. I had scheduled everything so that I would leave town for my appointment in Dallas. I know they keep telling me, "You have 2 or 3 left, you have 2 or 3 left," but every time I go, it's 2 or 3, so I don't know when this is gonna end. It's been almost 2 years, but another appointment, and I had it planned so that we would leave on Sunday, and I could still do the reading on Saturday. However, um, my help has been requested in Denver, so it looks like I will be taking Friday off, and I'll be driving to Denver Friday, and then I'll be driving back Saturday, and then Sunday I'll be driving to Dallas. So, if I can pack it in, like, Saturday night, I will, but if I get back, like, super late Saturday night, then it's going to have to wait for a little bit, so, and we'll just have to skip a week, and I'm sorry for that. Sorry ahead of time. I will try to post a reminder so you guys aren't too upset at me. Yeah. So that's all the updates, and it seems like people are preoccupied tonight, and that's okay. Since people are preoccupied and people are not joining for my little participatory game here, we will do that tomorrow after the reading or something, and that's okay too. Um, yeah. Anyway, so those are the updates, and sorry about next week. See you tomorrow for the reading, and I will see you tomorrow for another live. And if more people are here and people join the panel, then we will have some fun giggling at someone. Hey, Vet, how are you? It's sweet of you to stop by, but I don't think this is gonna last very long. I don't like to monologue. Um, And so I figured if people joined, I had a topic, and if not, we would do it another day. And in the meantime, I gave some updates and had to apologize, give my preemptive apologies to book club. So, yeah, my title is about my topic, but I won't give that away until I have at least 2 other people on panel, so and that might have to wait till tomorrow. This is not my usual time. I am usually calmly listening to someone right now, getting ready for bed. I am not usually streaming at this time of night, but that is okay too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's funny, I've been traveling a whole lot lately, like, a whole lot, and It's so funny because I used to travel like, even a couple of years ago, if you asked me if I traveled a lot, I'd be like, "No." I travel a couple of times a year, 2 times a year, maybe 3 times a year. But for the last couple of years, man, I am just gone, 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 gone. Just a lot of Colorado trips, a lot of Santa Fe trips, and a lot of Dallas trips, just back and forth and back and forth. It gets tiring. For a long time, I was doing the trips in to Denver and back in one day. I would get up really early, and I would drive to Denver, and I would either help out for a couple of hours, and usually somebody would, ride with me back. Um, but then I would just ride back. But I did that with my mom last time, and I'm not doing that with my mom anymore. When I do it just me, like, I get home at, like, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and that's bad enough, right? But I took my mom and my uncle with me last time, and we went to Denver, and, my mom's like, "Oh, we need to stop and see my friend in Manitou Springs." And I'm like, "Okay, mom, we will stop and see your friend in Manitou Springs, no problem. What do you think? We'll hit Manitou Springs on the way out of Denver, and we'll have lunch with her." Mom's like, "Okay." So the next day, we figure out that my uncle has left his stuff that he has to have for his diabetes at in back in Texas. And so I run him to the VA, we get all that stuff done, we're heading out, and by the time I get him home and situated and we start heading out, because I had to feed him because his blood sugar, all that. So we're heading out, and by the time we get to Manitou Springs, it's closer to dinner than it is lunch, and my mom's like, "Oh, well, we'll just stop and see my friend, she wants to show me your place." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, mom." So we stop and see her, and then they insist we go out to dinner. Dinner, mind you, in Manitou Springs. Dinner. Hey, monkey, feel free to join. Um, so I woke up at 7:30 that morning. Here I am, barely made it to Manitou Springs. It's already dinner, sun's already down. I think we leave at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And I got home at 6 o'clock the next morning. And I was so tired. I did not want to do anything the next day. I was like, "Do not touch me." Oh, yeah, so my family is kind of weird with the diabetes, and it is terrible, and I'm sorry. I hope your daughter is safe and everything goes well. Um, for some reason, they say diabetes affects girls more than boys, but for some reason in my family, it's all boys and all boys who share the same last name. Like, my cousin and my uncle and my grandfather were all type 1, and then my other 2 uncles who shared the same name were type 2. I do not have it. My brother does not have it, and my mom says it's because he doesn't have the same last name as the other boys. Monkey, come join. You like to talk about words and philosophy and stuff. Ooh, type 1. Oh, man, that is rough. My heart goes out to you guys. Does she have the pump, or does she give herself shot? Sorry, I choked on my water. Does she have a pump, or does she give herself shots? Well, okay, how long till you get off work? Because I suck at this monologuing thing, but if you're getting off soonish, then I can hold out. I can sit here and suffer and be awkward and stretch it. You know what I mean? Ah, yeah, I don't know. I think my cousin started giving himself shots when he was like 8 or 9 years old. My uncle wasn't diagnosed until I think it was like I don't know. I wanna say he was like between 19 and 21. I know he was already in the Air Force when he was diagnosed. Okay, Monkey, I will try so hard to hold out till you can join the panel. Okay, guys. Um, I could read a short story. No, because then if I don't finish the short story before he gets done, I will be frustrated and feel like I have to finish the short story. Okay. Um, have I told you guys the random animal stories about me? Maybe. I don't know. Or how ridiculously insane I was as a kid. I'll just start telling stories from when I was a kid, and then hopefully it won't take too long before Monkey can come bail me out and jump on the panel, or anybody can jump on the panel. That's fine. Um, okay, I'll start with some stories. So I love animals. Anybody who knows me knows that I love animals. I feed the critters in my neighborhood, the foxes, the opossums. I leave nuts along the back gate for the squirrels. Um, I like animals. I even set up this like little water dish full of Orbeez so that the bees could get water without drowning. Love animals. 3 times in my life though, an animal has tried to kill me. And one time, the first time, oh gosh, I was probably like 4, probably like 4 cuz I don't think I was in preschool. Yeah, no, I think I just started preschool or something. Anyway, so I was 4 and my uncle took me to the park just to go have a fun day. I don't know. I don't remember if I wasn't feeling well. It's just it wasn't a good day for me. I remember that. And so he was trying to cheer me up. And so he took me to the park and we were feeding the ducks and he said, "Okay, this is your last piece of bread." And I was like, "Okay." And so I ran to the edge of the water. Um, and there were these little baby ducks that were swimming up, these cute little ducklings, and I was all excited and I was gonna feed the ducklings, but this goose came out of the water and it decided it wanted my bread. It wanted my last piece of bread reserved for the baby ducklings, and I was not having that bullshit. I was not having it. So I took off running, and all I remember is, like, turning around behind me and seeing this fuzzy white pole just chasing me, you know, just chasing me. It was loud as hell. It was loud. I remember that. And my uncle is screaming, "Throw the bread! Just throw the bread!" I jump up on the picnic bench and it's still poking at me. And I jump up on the table and its beak is still just poking at me. I think I stopped somewhere along that run though, and I tore the bread in half and I threw one half at the goose, but it did not give a fuck. It just kept chasing me. So I finally dropped the piece of bread. And I am crying and I'm crying, and my uncle gives me his piece of bread. And I ran to the water, and some other asshole fed the baby ducklings. And I was not happy about it. And then he took me to the swings to cheer me up again, and that also did not go well. And I just remember looking at him and being like, "Can we go home now?" But the llama was hilarious. Hey. So I was at
Hello.
this petting zoo and there was this baby llama, and I was petting this baby llama. Everything was great. And this mama llama comes up, and I'm like, ooh, mama llama. So I start petting the mama llama, right? I'm all excited. And I am not paying attention to this weird ass kid who decides to stand behind me and start petting mama llama as well. But I don't care. Whatever. Pet the mama llama with me. Out of nowhere, this guy slaps mama llama in the ass. And Mama Llama turns around and sees me, and she is pissed. And she was chasing me, and she was spitting, and she was rearing her hooves. And dude was laughing. And I did not think that shit was funny.
Sounds exciting.
Oh, I was so upset.
I'll bet.
Okay. So you like words, right?
I love them, yeah.
And we get context clues, right?
Hopefully.
Right. So if somebody says, I tire of arguments about the existence of God, it can't be proven or disproven. I think arguments about the implications of God are more interesting, right? Those words right there. What would you think that means, Monkey?
I think it would be talking about the nature of said God rather than the existence of it, I guess.
Okay. And if I said, I tire of these arguments where God cannot be proven or disproven, what would you think? I'm talking about humans proving God?
No.
What would you think that means?
I mean, I would think it means that you don't care about the negative argument or negative or positive argument in a way.
Right. That I said, that these arguments, I said, I tire of these arguments. God cannot be proven or disproven, right? So God cannot be proven or disproven in arguments, correct? That is what the sentence is about. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Explain to me why someone thinks they fucking nailed it after 20 minutes of conversation with somebody else entirely when they say, I kid you not, Pixie said God doesn't know himself. The fuck?
I saw something like that, yeah. It was quite interesting.
Okay. All right. So at first I thought, okay, I missed a comment somewhere, and one of my responses must have gone weird with a comment, right? And you could have asked me to clarify, I gladly would have, but no. The screenshot they send me as justification that I said God does not know himself is the statement, I tire of conversations about God's existence. He cannot be proven or disproven, meaning in the arguments. That's where he got that from. Do you get that from that?
No.
If somebody said if somebody read that and then said, you said God doesn't know himself, would you think they're making a bunch of assumptions and putting words in your mouth?
Yeah, and I would say that person is known for doing that. I was really surprised to see him there today. So.
It's so weird because right now they're doubling down on it. They're saying something really reaching, if God knows himself and God can prove himself, therefore God can be proven. Okay, what does that have to do with arguments about God's existence? Because was that not the topic being addressed? Do we not know how to use context clues? Really? And why would you go out of your way to reach and twist something that hard? Thank you for permission to match your energy or whatever, but what energy am I matching? Are you just like wasted and pretending to be intellectual? Are you just straight up being an asshole? Like, what kind of dishonesty am I working with?
Probably a little bit of both.
What exactly
You hit the
what kind
nail
of
on the head there.
energy? Exactly what kind of energy did I just get permission to match?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd say highly negative.
Oh,
Combative,
man.
even.
And then he blocked me. He blocked me because I was like, "You're ridiculous, and that's a fucking reach, and I kinda think less of you now because I thought you were above this before." And he was like and he said something about jumping through hoops, and I was like, "Nope, there's no hoops. Don't care what you do. I got me. Everything's good."
Oh yeah, but he wants to go and have a conversation with Todd.
And then no, then he blocked me, and now he's over there having a live doubling down.
That's
Trying
hilarious.
to convince somebody else that what I said means God doesn't know himself or some such bullshit.
Give me just a minute. I gotta check something.
Anyway,
Sorry.
it's okay. I consider you a reasonable person as long as you don't think what I said means
No,
whatever
no,
the
that's
hell
why I
you
was like,
went
I
off
was just
on.
gonna let you guys kind of roll around in the mud there because I knew the last time that guy was around, he was trying to argue some like eugenics bullshit,
No,
and
it
it
wasn't
did
that
not go
guy.
over
It wasn't that guy. Me and that guy were arguing. Somebody else jumped at the end and said I said that for no reason.
well. Oh, was that Bob guy or whatever?
No, here I'll put it backstage. If I can. Where oh my god. Okay, there it is.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. I was like, "The fuck? That's a left swing out of nowhere. You wanna play? Let's play." Of course, the one thing I hate well, there's 2 things I really hate. Like, if you're gonna run your mouth, like, say it to my fucking face. Because
Right.
you'd be surprised at the number of screenshots people love to give you. So, like, if you're gonna say something, say it to my face. But the other thing is, like, don't put words in my mouth and don't misrepresent me. Like, don't do it. Especially if after I say that, I say, "No, I didn't say that. I know what I said." And you say, "No, this was your argument." And I say, "No, this is my argument. I never said that." And then they double down. That pisses me off. I'm like, "Don't pretend you know my thoughts better than me. Don't go there. Don't misrepresent me and don't put words in my mouth. There is no better way to frustrate me."
Yeah, the only way they know how to argue that. They can't actually address the content of what you're saying, but they just have to try to,
No, they've gotta take a spaceship at warp speed through 4 dimensions and land in some ridiculous far off thing I never imagined in the first place.
yeah.
Apparently, that's how we talk about things. Fuck the context clues. They mean nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's also that type of mindset where he's not gonna uh, take you treat you as an equal. You know what I mean? Because he's like a chauvinist. So I think that also comes into it.
I am just going to tell my petty bear to settle down and leave it alone and let it go after this stream because he's really young
Yeah.
and maybe I'm just gonna excuse it as his youngness and
Oh, the other one. Okay. No, yeah. Okay.
yeah, the other one, yeah. I'm gonna excuse it as his youth and I will leave it alone. But if he keeps doing this, I didn't he blocked me, and I didn't do anything. He's the one who started to stream. So if he wants to keep doing this, then I'll keep doing it. But I'm trying to tell my petty bear to be nice. And
Right.
Phantom, I know you asked me who we're talking about, but I don't like to name drop. I mean, I'm sure they know who they definitely know who they are. It is what it is, you know? It happened at Ape's stream. So if you were up here, if you joined my panel, you would know who it is because you would have seen it when I typed it in the chat.
Right.
I don't know. It's just frustrating. It's
I
my
have
biggest issue.
noticed him. I have noticed him. Like I've listened in on him, like talk to Jill and stuff. Where I mean, he has been talking just like mad shit in general about whatever. Just like I was like, okay, this is like a pretty like hostile tone. Like because we're pretty friendly, but if he doesn't know I'm listening, so sometimes the things I hear him say, I'm like, okay, like that's how you really feel, you know.
Yeah. Hey, captive. Hey, I don't know. Like it's sometimes he gets pretty hostile out of nowhere, which is fine. Like I'll match his energy. I don't give a fuck, you know. But like
Yeah.
but I just we've disagreed before, but he's never gone out of his way to reach so hard to misunderstand me and then double and triple and quadruple down when I'm like, no. I mean, that wasn't just a reach. That was like a quantum fucking leap. And that's
Yeah.
just that's something I find extremely frustrating.
Maybe a bit of groupthink going in there too, because of the other guy's demeanor, kind of following the lead.
I guess. I don't fucking know. It was weird though. That's weird. And then he wants to be over there talking about logic. Don't tell me you got that out of what I said and then speak to me about logic, buddy. Don't. You couldn't even use your logic to find the context clues. So let's not.
No, yeah. He also, I mean, I guess in his defense, I think he came in kind of later, like after the conversation was already rolling, so maybe he didn't see.
That's what makes it worse. That's what makes it worse because then he has an entire conversation, an entire back and forth to suss out what exactly is being spoken about here.
Right,
And he still scrolls all the way up to my original statement to make the biggest fucking quantum leap I've seen in a long time. I don't know how one goes from the statement, I tire of the argument about the existence of God. It can't be proven or disproven. Meaning in these arguments, right? I don't know how you go from that to Pixie said God doesn't know himself. What the fuck are you on, buddy?
Yeah, one does not follow from the other.
And then you want to act like I'm the weird one. Okay. I don't know. People are wild. They are wild.
This is true.
So I'm looking for this video that I want Captive to react to. And it's older, but I cannot find it. And I don't know if she deleted it, but I think I have it downloaded somewhere. So I'm going to have to look on some of my external hard drives. There's this lady, she's like Spirit Move Ministries. And at one point, a couple of years ago, she was like all about this mobile traveling revival thing she had going on. And her dreams and her prophecies of her dreams. And there's this one hilarious dream that she calls a prophecy, obviously, that she's interpreting. And I kid you not, like, there's all kinds of stuff going on. There's like floods and hurricanes and Trump on a motorcycle and I
That
don't know.
sounds
It's just
wild.
oh, man, it is wild. It is hilarious. It is so funny. She's going on and on about, like, the end times, and Trump's here to usher in the end times, and he is the Elijah anointing, and this is what this means, and I don't know, it was the funniest shit. I mean, it's kinda sad, but it's also funny.
Well, it sounds like Paula White. I found another channel that was covering Paula White. I was gonna look at that video.
Paula White and Kat Kerr sound a lot alike when they're praying. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've noticed.
Although Kat Kerr is, like although Kat Kerr is older than Paula White, I think, it's actually funny because Kat Kerr actually sounds like a little kid trying to imitate Paula White. You know, Paula White, she's got that whole, like, cult chant thing going where she's like, "I send the angels from Africa, I send the angels from Africa, I send the angels from" you know? Like,
Right,
but then
yeah,
you have
very
you then
rhythmic.
but then you have Kat Kerr, and she's calling angels too, but she ended her prayer with, "Go hosts, make toast." I'm serious.
Too much. I didn't hear that
She
one.
did.
I gotta go to the store in a second. I'll be listening.
Okay. I don't like to monologue, so now he's gone and it's gonna get quiet. La la la, we shall wait for monkey. Did you hear her go host make toast prayer? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it right now. Hey Maud, I am looking for this go host make toast prayer because it cracks me up and I am frustrated, so I should find something to laugh at. Okay. Is this it? Oh, no, that's not that one. She said it more than once, but that's not the funny one I wanted to see. I don't know, I guess I'll have to find it later. She was just, like, calling the avenging angels from other places and telling them to come to America and, like, spread their, like, fire of revival and retribution, and then she ends her prayer with, like, "Go make toast," and I thought it was hilarious.
That sounds very similar to the one with Paula White that they made the music video out of. You know what I'm talking about?
That's why I said she's like a kid imitating Paula White, because Paula White's like,
Yeah,
what did she kept saying? Something about rain.
yeah, an abundance of rain.
Oh, yeah. And then she's like, "I'm calling the angels from Africa right now. From Africa, from Africa. I'm calling the angels," you know? And then Kat Kerr's like, "Go hosts make toast." I don't know, they crack me
Some
up.
of the stuff is pretty good. Yeah, and then people find it like really compelling. But I can't get like
Reminded me of that Pentecostal kid in high school who kept yelling "fuego" for no reason.
right.
Oh, I think Captive got to the part where I was talking about, that video I want him to react to, or maybe he's gonna go looking for the "Go host, make toast" prayer. I don't know, one of the 2.
Yeah, that would fit his brand well.
Oh, yeah, with the "We love toast." We
Yeah.
love toast. That was loud, huh? That was my stash bag. Sorry, that was loud.
No worries.
And
I'm
I'm
in the
gonna
car.
up
There's
it
a lot of
again.
background noise.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be in for so much driving. Is he gonna wanna go to Austin again? If I have to go
Yeah,
to
I need to
Aus
plan a trip down
but I actually kinda don't want to because if I go to Denver on Friday and then back to Texas on Saturday and then to Dallas on Sunday and then my appointment's Monday. I don't know that I wanna go to Austin on Tuesday. I might rather just, like, go back home.
there. Yeah. So it's not like on the way.
No. I mean, the
Or you
reason
just don't feel like stopping.
No, it's not on the way at all. It's actually out of the way, but the reason we do it is because, like, we know people down there and we never get to see them, and, like, if I drove to Austin from here, it would be, like, 8.5 hours, but if I drive from Dallas, it's, like, 3 hours, and it makes my trip back a little longer, but it's still the round trip isn't so bad. I just don't think I'll do it this time because I've gotta go to Denver first. And I think I'll be
Okay.
tired of driving, you know?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Although, I do love Denver. I actually love Colorado, so any excuse to drive through Colorado, I am happy about.
Yeah, it's beautiful out there. I haven't been there since I was a kid. We go to like Denver, Boulder, a couple other places.
I like Denver, I'm partial to it, though. I was born there, I have family there. Um, but I think as far as, like, close to the big city, but not the big city feel,
Yeah.
um and I'm not talking, like, way out in the boonies either. I can tell you those places, like Florissant and stuff like that, Durango. But, just like the more small town or big town feel is probably like, Manitou Springs and Pagosa Springs. Those 2 places are really, really pretty.
Okay.
Um, Manitou Springs is close to Denver. It's actually, like, really close to Colorado, Springs. It's, like, right there by Garden of the Gods.
Right, right. Okay. I feel like maybe
And
we
then
went out there. I know we went to Hot Springs.
yeah. And then Pagosa Springs has hot springs too, but they have a river running through the town that you can go, like, rafting down, and parts of the river have natural hot springs in it too.
Oh, okay.
Um, I think Manitou Springs does have hot springs, but they also have the cave. The Cave of the Winds is in Manitou Springs. It's a very beautiful state. Whether you're on the rocky side or the green side, both sides are
Right.
pretty.
Yeah.
Denver's really proud of their name, though. My birth certificate is hilarious. It's like, you were born in Denver, Colorado, in Denver General Hospital, in Denver County, and I'm like, "Well, that's easy to remember."
That's hilarious.
For real, that's what it says. Denver, Colorado, Denver County, Denver General Hospital.
I think capitals are just like that though, because like my kids are all born in Sacramento, at which is like Sacramento, the city is in Sacramento County, but I don't think the name of the hospital had anything to do with. Didn't have the city, it's like Sutter or something like that. So so that wasn't there, but
Oh my gosh, Denver changed so much. I remember the first time, like, I hadn't gone there in, like I guess after my grandmother passed away, I stopped going up there as much. So I hadn't gone up there in a few years, and I went back, and everything changed. There's
yeah,
buildings everywhere. There's cranes everywhere. There's new apartment complexes everywhere. I remember this one building that was, like, kinda standalone, and now it's, like, covered in, like, a whole strip mall and built and, like, buildings everywhere. It's crazy. They killed the downtown skyline and the view. That made me the saddest. Like,
damn,
okay, because when I was young, Denver's not just the capital of Colorado. It's one of only, like, 2 places in the US that mints coins, like US coins.
right,
They have a mint, and, like, for the longest time, really prominent downtown, you had the mint, the courthouse that they light up every year, and then, the Capitol building, and I always liked the Capitol building because most Capitol buildings are either red brick or white, right? And Denver's Capitol building is like a slate gray with a gold dome.
yeah,
And now you can't even see it unless you're, like, right up on it or you're looking down a street, like, a block away. Like, you can't it's so hidden and buried under everything now. It j I that I found particularly frustrating.
yeah, I can imagine.
I was like, "If you wanna build, build, but why'd you kill, like, the pretty part?"
Right. I guess it's just, like, inevitable anytime you expand a city, you're just gonna, you know, always build upwards.
I guess. They do
Can
have
you
a really
imagine a
pretty
landscape?
they
Hmm?
do have a really pretty Capitol building, though. It really is, like, slate gray with a gold dome.
Imagine, like, a landscape where, like, like, we're just so overrun by cities that it just gets, like, the parks and the open spaces just get, like, fewer and fewer, you know?
Yeah, but that never stopped him from growing out before. It's like Denver isn't even just Denver anymore. I mean, unless you're from Denver, like, only people from Denver will be like, "You're not actually in Denver," right? Like, I say I'm going to Denver, and technically I am going to Denver because where I stay is in Denver, but I say I have family in Denver, and that's true, some of them are, but my favorite family member who I often go see isn't technically in Denver, they're in Commerce City. But Commerce City, Aurora, Lakeside, Monument Hill, um, what's some others? Ellis, uh, they like, you can't tell when you leave one and enter another. They may as well just be the same place now. It's just like Dallas and Fort Worth and Plano and McKinney, like, the only way you know you're crossing over is some signs and a water tower, you know what I mean? Just keep growing out and leave the
Sorry, yeah,
skyline
listen,
alone.
I just got in the door. Sorry.
No, you're all good. No, okay, it wasn't Paula White. It was Kat Kerr. Kat Kerr, I said she did a prayer that reminded me of Paula White's prayer, except she ended it in "Go hosts, make toast." It was Kat Kerr that said that.
That is a pretty funny line, honestly, so
I thought so. It has never left my head. I still remember it, so it had Super Munchkin laughing.
yeah.
Super Munch Oh, yeah, she was laughing. She was like, "Did she just say that?" Indeed. And I guess she thought it was funny because, back in the day, she found this meme and she thought it was absolutely hilarious, and it was like some stick figure guy, I can't even explain it, or not stick figure, but just, like, not well drawn, right? Like, sketched out guy,
Right.
and it's like some voiceover, and it's like, "I don't understand why girls, get all," or he said, "I don't understand why some girls get all obsessed over, like, celebrities and stuff." He's like, "I love toast, but when toast pops out of the toaster, I'm not like, 'Ah,'" and he puts his hand, like, you know?
Yeah.
And Annika thought that was, like, the most hilarious meme ever. She was rolling. I think she was, like, 12 at the time, but she just thought it was so funny.
Do you ever listen to the Punk Apostate?
I think I have once or twice, but I don't know that I have them, like, in my playlists. I probably should.
Okay. That's a lot of Cat Curry. He's got pretty funny shit up there. Hey, Tristan.
I've been listening to Tennessee Whiskey lately.
A live stream. All the Simpsons.
Aw. Littles are the best, though.
Yeah. Yeah, they're long past their bedtime.
So the dude that was arguing that the universe is God and he can prove it or whatever through logic, whatever that bullshit, whatever, that guy,
Right.
he was there because I know he said, "I'll argue for the existence of God. I'm not an atheist anymore." When he was an atheist, he was the one arguing for eugenics?
Well, yeah, essentially.
Weird.
He was making like a eugenics type argument. Yeah. He had some strange views on race and the sex,
Oh,
all of that. So, yeah,
oh,
so I tend to think he might have already been religiously indoctrinated, and then he was just like, you know,
yeah.
out of the game for a while or something. I don't really know that much about his history, and then yeah, and then I know he had like a domestic situation with his girlfriend, and that blew him up on, and it, you know, like around people that we know.
I don't know. I don't know anybody anymore. I don't trust anybody anymore. I don't know anybody anymore.
Yeah,
But I
when
know
I say
you.
that, I
I
think like a
know
lot of
you.
the people that were involved in that aren't really even like around anymore.
Oh, got you. How weird. It's been a weird day. It's been a weird day. That was adorable.
It has been. Yeah, the monster trying to hide in my bed.
Oh, I remember those days. Having an empty nest sucks, but I would never wanna start over. I've had mine. I'm good. She's the best thing ever. She's my favorite person. I don't need to do that again. But I hate having an empty nest at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I spent years without really, you know, having consistent contact with my kids, and now like I'm just like thrust back into it. So,
Ah, soak it in. Just it's every time you get
yeah,
annoyed, soak it in. And every time they chat your ear off and you're tired of listening, keep listening and engaging as if you're not. I think
right.
I think my favorite piece of parenting advice I ever got was, they said, "Always listen to the small things every single time, as if it's big, Because if you don't, they won't tell you the big things later because everything was always big to them all along. And that is
Right.
really good advice.
Yeah, that is good advice.
But, for like 18 years, that was the center of my whole universe every single day, every minute, even if she was just making noises in the other room, you know? And now
Yeah.
I have an empty nest and I hate it. I hate it so much. I love her. I'm proud of her, but I hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of just the nature of the thing, right? Next thing you know, she'll be having one of her own. And
Oh, yeah, she's engaged.
oh well, all right.
Yep, Super Munchkin's engaged.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah,
She's
my oldest, I don't know if they're engaged, but she's very much into, in a, relationship with this guy. See him on, her social media and stuff. So that's all she posts about.
yeah. Yeah. Well, it's so funny because, the guy that she's engaged to, she knew him in high school, but they never dated or anything. She was friends with him and his brother. So he was a grade ahead of her and his brother was a grade below her, and they had, like, a common interest, right?
Right, right.
So, it's so funny because they have, like, almost the same friend group already, everything. They just happened to, like, not date or anything until college when they, like, met up again, I guess.
Got you. Yeah, mine, they've been dating, I think, since like they went to the junior and senior prom together, and so they're trying to go to the same college, that whole type of deal. So it's been a couple years.
Yeah. I think it'll be at least a year before she gets married, though, even though she's engaged, because, well, even then, it's gonna be hard because he is, he's an architecture major, and when he gets his degree in that, he's, going to get his degree in, engineering.
Okay.
And Super Munchkin, wants to go to PA school, so
Pete, what's that from the school?
So, she thought she wanted to be an optometrist, and then she decided she didn't, and then she was really considering being a doctor, but she didn't wanna go to school for that long, and B, like, doctors just don't have, like, the most flexibility, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah.
she didn't like that idea, so she decided to be, like, a physician's assistant, which is
Oh, okay.
yeah. So she would be between, like, the RN and the doctor.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
if
Gotcha.
you ever go to an urgent care or a doctor's office and that person comes in and they take all your symptoms and they do all the swabs and they do all of that, and then they come and they diagnose you and they say the doctor or they give you your medicine and they say the doctor will see you in a minute. She's
Yeah.
that person. She's that person. She's the person who
Okay.
does all the work and then says the doctor will see you in a minute.
Got you.
That's what she wants to be. But she still gets
Yeah,
to
that's cool.
diagnose. Like, she still gets to diagnose, she still gets to, like, all of that. Um, she doesn't always have to have a doctor, but she won't be limited to working at one place, and she won't be on call, and she'll just have, like, more of a work-life balance, and so sh
Right, right.
that's what she landed on.
Awesome. Mine wants to be a veterinarian, so
She wanted to do that for a while, but then she was like, "I can't, there's some things I just couldn't handle," and I was like, "That's fair."
mm,
It takes someone special to handle that kinda stuff, you know?
yeah.
It's like I knew someone who was a hospice counselor, one of the sweetest people I've ever met, but
Okay.
man, I can't imagine having that job.
Right. Yeah. Like I've been working in schools now for the last couple of weeks, and you know, I don't envy the well, I'm technically still like the TAs that are working there or whatever. I don't envy them because I'm doing basically one to one of the kids. But they're 30 kids or whatever, and yeah, it's gotta be craziness like having that all that on you.
See, yeah. And Supermuchka doesn't wanna deal with a lot of nurse duties either, that's why she didn't wanna go to the nurse route. PA school
Right.
is
Yeah.
actually PA school is actually super competitive. Super competitive. There's not many of them, and they don't accept many people, and you have to meet, like, a ton of requirements to get in, which is why she's practically a senior her sophomore year of college. She went into her sophomore year of college with 94 credit hours and straight A's. So she's killing it.
Nice.
But it's, like,
That's awesome.
super, super competitive, and the nurses who don't get in and they have to go, like, the RN and LVN route, they get so mad because the cool thing about being a PA is, like, you're one notch below a doctor, but you never have to go through what the nurses go through. You don't have to change the bedpans. You don't have like, that's not your problem.
Right. Right.
And so, yeah, she's like, "I don't wanna go the nurse route, but I also don't wanna be a doctor." So she's trying to get into PA school.
Hey, it's a good middle ground.
Yeah, I think she'll get accepted. She's killing it. I did not have 94 credit hours with straight A's my sophomore year of college.
Right. Yeah.
And she's not taking easy classes. I mean, the other semester she had, what was it? She had chemistry 2, biology 2, physiology and anatomy 2. Um, I think this semester she has, like, biochemistry and some other classes, like but she's killing it.
That was awesome. I'm so glad to hear that.
I know. She's my favorite person
Yeah,
ever. I miss her bunches. I need to call her tomorrow.
for sure. On that
I need to
note, I better spend some time with my littles and my missus
Yes!
before we go to bed
Yes,
here. So it's been great
absolutely.
talking to you.
Give everyone extra hugs.
All right, I will. All right, talk to you
Later
later.
days, monkey.
All right.
Alright, what time is it? It is 12:45. A monkey left, and I don't like being up here by myself. So, you know what that means? That means it is time for me to go because I don't wanna sit up here by myself. So, I hope you all smile bunches and laugh lots and have great, great fun. Later days, pretty shiny peoples.